What's good, people? I am Cool Blue, and this, of course, is
Lady Blue. And we have a special guest.
and this will be the season 3 opener of Blue Song. We've been gone for a minute, we'll be back, and like she said, we got a very special guest with us today. Introduce yourself, good sir.
Hey, what's going on, good people? My name is AC Green. I'm the owner and creator of Cool Green Clothing.
My guy, I'm about to say, like, it's been a minute, I'm about to say, but we, like I said, we always kick it off with a bang. We always started off cool, and I'm gonna kick it to my wife. We're gonna go through the ramifications afterward and let you know what we got going on and what's coming down the pipe. But I'm gonna kick it off to my wife, and she's gonna ask the first question. We bounce off of each other and let it,
Well, I'm going to start it off trying to introduce this brand because it's been around for a while. First things first, when did your brand get established?
Well, I actually got established, I would say, in 2018.
Okay. Yeah. That's good. And when you established it, what made you come up with the name Cool Green?
Well, what made me come up with a name, basically, Cool Green is my name. I tell people all the time. Just like Ralph Lauren named his brand after himself, I named mine after myself.
Hey.
My name AC Green, you know what I mean? So what I did, I turned AC to cool, and you got Cool Green. Mm-hmm. And if you ain't cool and getting the green, you're in the way. That's just basic, you know? Yeah.
So when it comes to your slogan, because this is my first time hearing it, do you feel like that's a mindset that you've always had, or do you think it's a mindset that comes with the city that you're from?
I mean, I guess it's a mindset I always had, you know, and it's just also like a coincidence. The cool and my name came before the green, you know what I mean, and I'm happy because of that, because I think before the green you gotta be cool, you know, because you know what I mean. Sometimes different positions change people, you know what I mean. But I think, man, if you really are an official person, you are who you are before you get to whatever level that you're going to.
Okay.
You know?
Definitely. So, your apparel that you have, I mean, like, because, like, a lot of people might not know, but he been holding, like you said, 2018, and I got hip to him through IG and, you know, like, watching it come up in the grind and seeing how he was moving and shaking. Tell them about the place where you actually establish and you sell most of your product at, because it's a cool story behind it, but not a full circle moment. But I'll let you tell that. So tell people how you got established on the spot where you are.
I mean, where I'm at mostly, where you can catch me at Wednesday through Saturday, Thursday through Saturday, 215 West Saratoga Street. And why I picked that area, you know what I mean? I'm the type of person I let things like come to me, you know. And how that came to me, that area I go to get a lot of my shea butters, my black soap, and things like that, because that's what I use. And I was down there one day, and what I always do, no matter where I was at, especially when I was starting off, and which I am still consider myself starting off, I always promote my stuff wherever I'm at. You know what I mean? Boy, Cool Green, da-da-da. And I happened to be in the store buying some black soap and shea butter, and the little brothers in there was like, huh? What you talking about? Like, I pointed to myself. I did like this, Cool Green Clothing. Like, oh. I said, yeah, this my brand right here. You know what I mean? Like, what's up? You know what I mean? And told him about it. He like, well, yeah, that's what I said. It was in the wintertime. He said, I'm going to get a hat. He said, how much a hat cost? But then he went to the hat, to the hoodie, and once he got done in the store, we went to my car. He ain't just buy a hat. He bought a hoodie, and he bought sweatpants too. Right. You know what I mean? That sale alone was just over $100. I knew this man from nowhere, Adam. You know. Mm-hmm. So I mean, one day I was working. You know, I'm an electrician by trade. You know what I mean? I was up on a ladder, and it just dawned on me, hit me in the head. That's where I need to be. You know. So I went down there, hollered at the brother, the owner of the store, and we worked something out, and that's where I'm at.
Yeah, it's crazy because
like
we were talking about it off camera, like, you know, like, it's a place that we frequent, you know, as kids, you know, like, my mother as a child, you know, like, we were at Lexington Market, like, every Saturday, and it's like, you go up and down the strip, you see stuff, you go in the stores, like, I remember when the Super Kids was up the block, like, we used to go in there and get our school clothes, and then you come down what was that? No, it was Cinderella's. It was, what is the name? It was right across from where the light rail is. It was the Rite Aid at the time, and then it was...
And it was 7-Eleven, too, probably across from the Subway, too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it's
so
like...
stuff,
And it's like, it's crazy, like, to watch somebody, to watch how the neighborhood changed, and then to watch how another black young man comes in and posts up and just actually makes his mark in that space, because like you said, a lot of people told you that you wouldn't make it in the spot that you were on. Like, but elaborate on that a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of people told me at the beginning. A lot of people told me at the beginning, like when I first came down, like my first week, my first few months, a lot of people came up to me, and when they was coming up to me, they wasn't like put me down or hating on me. They was giving me their advice, the advice that they thought was good advice. They used to tell me, like, you need to go around the corner. You need to go up there. That what you doing, it's not gonna work for right here. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Always, whenever they come up to me, I mean, this was on a daily basis. They just come up to you, I just thank you for the advice. Thank you. Oh yeah, I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Thank you. You know, let them go about their business, but I had my vision. You know what I mean? My vision. I know what came to me. You know what I mean? When I was on that ladder, you know what I mean? I know the vision that came to me. They couldn't see what I seen. You know what I mean? But they ain't understand too, like, when I'm giving, when I'm pushing, this ain't even for me for real. This for you. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, cause, I mean, you can't get this from nowhere else. And there's no, like, clothing stores, nothing. What you getting right here is the same thing. Every store down here is offering you the same thing. They're not offering you nothing different. Right. You feel me? So, you know what I mean? They didn't understand, like, this is for you. You know what I mean? This service and this product is for you. You know what I mean? But they catching on, you know?
Do you feel like you become a man of the people?
Yeah. I feel like I'm a man of the people because I think now, like, a lot of people, they really looking at me for motivation, you know?
Yeah.
And
because they done seen the consistency.
Yeah, and that's the word, that I hear too a lot, you know what I mean? Consistency. And I mean, if you try and win at anything you want to do, you gotta be consistent at it, you know what I mean? Person can have the best product in the world, but you ain't consistent with it, it ain't gonna pop off. You know what I mean? One of the most touching things I got was when a woman came up to me, this was a few months ago, this like right before the summer when it started getting real nice. Right. She came and asked me for a mask, but she wanted it for free. I'm like, huh? She's like, no, it's not for me, it's for my son. She said, man, my son talk about you all the time. She said her son 10 years old. That's all he talk about, cool green. She said all the boys in our house got cool green masks and stuff like that. He said, man, you know what I mean? He wanted a mask and he wanted to meet you. Yeah, he wanted to meet you. And I'm looking at her like, huh? You feel me?
Like, oh, me?
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? I'm like, huh? You feel me? So it was touching, you know? I'm like, okay. I'm gonna just tell him, what's up? I said my love, you feel me? But before she really got up off the block, I called her back like, get this to your son, you know what I mean? Get this to your little man, you feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, yeah.
But I think that's beautiful because people don't realize how much relatability really helps with them. Like, you're very relatable. Like, it's not like you pretend to be nobody else or anything like that. Like, you in here with your Baltimore accent, like, there's no forcing it, it's no whatever, it's just you being you. And I think people really can see that when it comes to your brand, especially if you out there Wednesday through Saturday, because it sounds like rain, sleet, or snow.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, exactly, man. Hey, it's like,
that's
man,
dedication.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, if a person see how I push it like I'm still on the block. You know what I mean? This is my new gold tops. This is my new orange tops. This is my new purple stars. You feel me? Like, that's how I'm out there. And the people that know that come through, they seen when I was out there, when it was raining, when it was storming, when it was cold as hell. I mean, it was so cold. Sometimes you only see no cars going down the street. But I experienced that. You feel me? But being on the block, so it's nothing new to me. And people used to like drive by, like I used to look at their faces, like they used to feel sorry for me. But I'm like, I used to say, man, I don't need to feel sorry for me. This is where I come from. I mean, So that's how I treat it.
Yeah, that's good. So outside of the products that we have here, just in case y'all can't see, we have 3 snapback hats, some swim trunks.
Yeah, cool grain all over trunks.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
and then we also have the mask.
Mm-hmm.
Do you? So I know you said earlier that you had hoodies and sweatpants. Of course, that's probably for the fall and winter.
Mm-hmm.
So is this a brand new?
Yeah, this is a joint I dropped last week. You know what I mean? Go with the green bean Jordans. And yeah, this is one of my latest pieces. I love these shorts, and actually these the first like hooping shorts I ever came out with. You know what I mean? I love them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I know people that been watching me probably like, God dang, he had them on like a week straight. Yeah, I did. I'm a hustler. I'm from the block, man. This is the real hustlers we do. We wear, you know what I mean? I wash it. I don't do it like I did back in the day. You know what I mean? It smell a little funky, but yeah, I'm a hustler. Yeah. So
I think like when I saw the shirt. I think you had the back of it. You had previewed it on IG. Yeah. And I was like, oh, he got something new. And then it was like you had I think you had a T-shirt.
Yeah, I got a T-shirt to match it too. Yeah, I got a T-shirt. You want to go with the T-shirt? Some guys don't want to wear jerseys. You know what I mean? I got the T-shirt and I got the jersey too. I love this jersey. It feels so cool, especially when it's real hot.
Yeah, but I'm a jersey guy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do basketball jerseys. I'm a baseball guy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love baseball.
Yeah.
Like, that's my passion, like first passion. But yeah, like it's crazy not only to see how consistent you are, like she said, but then the fact that like you stay on top of your game. Like it's like you actually go through the motion not only in person, but it's like online as well. It's like I was telling my wife how you drop like little niblets of like game along the way. Like like not every day, but it's like when you hear something or when you see somebody say something online, like you'll like me, like you'll kind of like tap in and like give you a point. But it's like you have some very valid points. What would you say to the youth nowadays that's trying to get started themselves and trying to come behind you? Because like you said, you still see it as being new, but to some people you done catapulted. Yeah. So it's like, what do you say to like those individuals who really look up to you and really want to follow in your footsteps?
Yeah, I mean, I say this to the youth. You know what I mean? I love the youth of the day's time because I mean, the youth of the day, they the most positive youth that's out there. I don't care what nobody say. Because I be looking at these 14 years old, 13-year-old, 15, these children, like, ain't none of them was doing the stuff I was doing when I was their age. You know what I mean? So I be saying what they be doing, they positive to me. Most of the youth of this time, they positive. They on some positive stuff. You know, and I tell everybody, man, if you want to be an entrepreneur, it's the best time to be allowed to be an entrepreneur because, I mean, you have the internet, you have social media, and things like that. You just connected, you know. You just gotta find your passion and go with it and stick with it and try to figure it out, you know. Yeah.
So that leads perfectly into one of the things I wanted to ask you, which is, what are 3 things you learned from running your business that nobody told you?
3 things I learned. Well, one thing I learned was just everybody. When you in business, you serving people. You know what I mean? You a server. Yeah. You know what I mean? So now I realize it took me a little minute, but you know I'm serving person. I'm serving the person needs. And sometimes as us in business, we thinking about the money, the dollar bill. We just want to give them our product and get the money. You know what I mean? But it don't go like that all the time. You know? So sometimes you gotta serve a person, you know what I mean, talk to them, see what's going on. They just come to you, talk to you about their problem and things like that. All right, that's one. What was the question again?
What are 3 things that you learned about business that nobody told you?
Oh, all right. Basically, what I said about that first one. Another thing is listen. Always listen to the customer. They'll tell you what they want. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? But us as business people, because they telling you what they want, don't mean you gotta give it to them. You'll be all over the place. Because you got this person coming, yo, I want this, I want you this color, I want you know what I mean? You see this right here, then this person will be all over the place. You feel me?
Yeah.
I mean, you give them some things that you want to listen to them because they'll tell you what they want, and a few people keep saying it, but you'll be all over the place. You know what I mean? So just listen to your customer. That's the second thing.
Okay.
You know, third thing I learned, what they said in business, location. That's fast. That's real stuff. Location. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's real. You know what I mean? Location. Yeah, that's fast. I never really understand what they was saying, but yeah, location. You know, that's good.
Important.
Yeah, that's super important. Yeah. So maybe before you go somewhere and want to get established, you know, you want to get a feel of that location and things like that, especially if you just starting off. Yeah.
All right. Did you have anything you want to ask before I ask anything else? I ain't trying to be greedy with the
No. You fine. Like I said, bouncing off. Like you said, like the one thing that you hit on just now was listening and being a person that actually listen and care about the customer or trying to, you know, hear the customer through and actually follow to a certain degree. What made you not only listen to the customer but actually like have the, because it's a bit of humility behind it too, where it's like what made you not only listen to them but actually feel as though like you could actually take what they say into consideration, because a lot of people inside, you know, from like our standpoint as far as like, you know, like entrepreneurship, it's like you listen, but a lot of people don't listen to understand. A lot of people listen to, what am I trying to say? A lot of people don't listen to understand. They listen to respond. Yeah. A lot of people listen to respond. So it's like, what made you, what clicked for you to say, okay, cool, like now I'm not listening to respond, I'm actually listening to understand.
I mean, experience, you know, like after, you know what I mean, you get 5 people, 10 people, 20 people, you know what I mean, then a light goes off in your head. Because, you know what I mean, us as entrepreneurs and things like that, we think, oh no, this is dope. I already know what they want, or I like it, they should like it. You know what I mean? That type thing, you know what I mean? Everybody not going to like what you like and things like that. So it's kind of like understanding. You got to understand, you know what I mean? Understand people trying to figure out what they want and best to serve their needs, you know what I mean? And then you got to understand too, you know what I mean? For a person to either just tell you what they want, they got to have some type of liking of you, you know what I mean? Because a person, they just walk past, keep past you, or ask you, or just keep going. They ain't going to say, yo, you should get this, you should do this, you should get these shorts and like do this with it, or put, you know what I mean? They wouldn't give you any tips, you feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And they wouldn't give you no tips if they feel you're a big-headed person, like, yo, I ain't gonna
That's exactly what I was trying to hit on, yeah.
That let me know, too, you feel me? My guy had some type of humbleness for me, for a person just give me tips anyway, you feel me? So...
That's basically what I was trying to hit on, is that, like, you know, like people have like a certain air and a certain arrogance about them, and it's like humility goes a long way, and it's like everything that you've been saying up to this point, and that's the reason why I asked the question, everything that you've been saying up to this point has a certain level of humility behind it, has a certain level of understanding, has a certain level of value. So it's like you coming from and saying, I'm going to stay planted here. It ain't just the thing of you staying planted in that location. It's that you see the value in the people in that location.
Yeah, that's fact.
That's where I really was trying to like.
Yeah, because I see the value. You know what I mean, from the beginning of the conversation. You know what I mean, when people was coming and asking me, it was like really I seen the value in them that they didn't see in themselves. You remember my product? Like I tell a person, man, this ain't nothing that I bought and just got embroidered. It's made from scratch. You know what I'm saying? This made just like Nike and all them. They get their stuff made from Cool Grain Clothing. He get his stuff made from scratch. This from scratch. You know what I mean? Everything is made from scratch. It's not nothing. You know what I mean? So I be trying to, you know what I mean, get them to understand that, I mean, this you deserve, you know? So a lot of times they they really didn't understand it from the beginning. But I mean, sometimes you can see more in person than they see in themselves, and they deserve it, you know.
1,000%.
Yeah, we deserve it.
I was gonna say that's one of the most beautiful things about your Instagram page is that the people that you interact with, they are genuinely happy to see you.
Yeah,
It's not like the people who film like you doing something nice for a homeless person. Like, no, like these people are like, hey, cool green, like how you doing
you can
today?
feel it. Yeah, you
I done
can feel
walked
it.
past you 10 times this week.
And the fact that they actually doubled back, but it was like, remember I told you I was going to come back. We talked last Friday.
And now I got
that's
that's the most genuine thing. Like that's the reason why I really wanted to pinpoint and why I wanted to have him on is because it's like you see it, but you don't really see it. Where a person actually double back and they say, and then you catch it. It's like, bro, like I told you I was coming back. You ain't think I was coming back, but it's like, bro, like it takes a special person to stay rooted and grounded. I wish you nothing but success. I promise you. Like coming from the city is different. I mean, I love my city, but it's like coming from the city and seeing it happen, man. Like it's different. It brings a different kind of smile to your face. So I wish you nothing but success.
Yeah, and that's my whole goal. You feel me? Bringing a whole different feeling. You know what I mean? And like, man, this it ain't for me. You feel me? When a person like when they go out of town and things like that. You know what I mean? When a word cool green, you know what I mean? Cool green clothing come up. I want them to feel proud. You feel me? Like when they hear about you know what I mean, the Ravens or somebody win a championship. You know what I mean? This ain't for me, man. This for my city. You feel me? Something to feel proud of, man. Cause this going worldwide, right? It's already going worldwide, man. You know what I mean? It's coming straight out of Baltimore. You know, and that's why, man. When it comes to the gram and all that, man, I let people do their thing. You know what I mean? Some people, they got their little pages and things like that. They want to hold on to it like it's their girlfriend or something like that. Yo, that Instagram, that ain't ours. That don't belong to us. These cat and save a hoe, you know what I mean? Type niggas want to all on the ground like they don't want nobody getting no shine. Man, y'all can have that. I mean, because at the end of the day, man, I'm the type of guy, I only want to be in front of the camera, but I'm like, man, who gonna push this better than me? You feel what I'm saying? God do it, you feel what I'm saying? But yeah, at the end of the day, man, I let people, man, do that thing and it's love, man. It's all love, you know? It's love, and I need that. I can't do it without it, you know what I mean? I can't do it without the city and things like that. And then also I like to give off the aura, you know what I mean? Like, man, like, I'm kind of like a one-man band when it comes to this, you know what I mean? You got some people, you know what I mean? They got their little brands and things like that, but they got bread behind them. Yeah. They got some popular guys behind them or something like that, man. It ain't nothing like that with me. Yeah, this me. I'm doing this. People say, oh, yo, I see this everywhere. Like I had a homeboy, my man. I mean, we come from the streets together. I mean, you a different type of us hustler if you come from my You know what he came to me? He asked me. He said, yo, I see your clothes everywhere. Who helping you sell this stuff? Yo, who with you? I just looked at him and laughed inside like, yo, what?
Like me?
Who the fuck who you see? Me, like who? Yeah, me. You see what I'm saying? Like me. And I like the people I like to interact with. I like to interact with genuine people, you know what I mean? People that you see, people, you know what I mean? I like to Baltimore. I'm gonna give you Baltimore. I supporting Baltimore and all over the world. We got our own culture, man. Yeah. We ain't New Yorkers. We ain't Atlantas. Yeah, we from down south, man. But we got our own swag, man. And that's how we gonna get on, man. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Yeah, and I love my city, man. I got people all the time, man. Yo, come on down here. Come do that. Oh, you should do this. Man, like they say, man, what's the old saying in New York, man? If you make it in New York, you make it anywhere. You make it in Baltimore, man, that's just fact. You make it in this city, sure. You make it anywhere, my G. Like,
ain't nobody running to support you.
Sure is.
But like, if I could tell you the amount of times where people like, oh, I see y'all doing a model, like, cause my wife model, I get in front of the camera, like, she posts reels, I do music, whatever the case may be, and it's like, well, who helping y'all? I'm like, it's
Us and our
me,
camera guy.
her, and the guy
Yeah.
behind the camera.
If you
That's
can't do it yourself,
That's
yeah.
all, like I'm about to say, and like,
Yeah.
and they think that we got a little team. Man, ain't no team over here.
Yeah,
First of
his
all,
own team.
if we can't even afford a team, we still gotta eat.
Exactly. People don't understand, man. The
Yeah.
grind about it, man. You know,
Yeah.
the grind about them is beautiful, man. You know, a lot
It
about
puts
them, a lot of
character
come
in
up. Yeah, a lot of
most
problems. A lot of time, man. We got to realize as a people, everything start down here.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we don't understand. Like, that's my advice to the children, man. A lot of times we look at these on TV and things like that. We see that instant gratification.
Yeah.
We see these guys that blow up overnight. They present them to us as if they just blew up overnight.
Yeah.
But they've been doing that for 5, 10, 15 years. They just blew up. You know what I mean? Everything happened, you know what I mean, down here. You know what I mean? There's no such thing in instant gratification. You know what I mean? When you try and really bring something to life.
The beauty about it, I don't even want to say the beauty about it now, but it's like a lot of the instant gratification stories are starting to come to the light, and it's starting to show like the underbelly of it,
Yeah.
like stuff that like people was going through back in like the late early 90s and like the 2000s. You starting to see some of the people that we gravitated to.
Yeah.
That was kind of like, oh, you know, whatever, and it's like you really start looking and you like, oh, it's not the same, or it's
Yeah.
like these people had to pay these amount of people out, or these people they owe so many people, or you not necessarily seeing the money that they think they were seeing.
Yeah.
So it's like it hit a little different.
Yeah, it does. It
Hit a little
does.
different.
Hard work. That's what it's all about. Hard work, you know, trying to figure out what work. You know what I mean? Try and find your formula. Just try. One thing about entrepreneur, you know, is basically, you know what I mean, trying failure. You know what I mean? Fail until you get it right. Learning from others and things like that. You're taking a risk.
Yeah.
Everything is all about betting on yourself. That's what it's, you know,
1000%.
betting on yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you don't believe in you, who gonna believe in you? You
Exactly.
know what I mean? Like, I
Why
had to
should
believe-
that?
Yeah.
If you don't believe it.
Yeah, that's what I had to do. I had to believe in it. Like, man, yeah, you gotta believe in it. So,
Most definitely. I ain't want to stop your question. Anything else that you got on the table before?
I have one last question, and it's real superficial. So, what makes you pick your colorways for each season? So, right now you got the gray and the green, and I know you were saying they match the Jordans. Please forgive me, I don't know Jordans like that, so I don't know what number
it's
they
cool.
are. But
Hey, I'm 30. Hey, I'm 36 years old. This is my second Jordans I've ever had in my life.
I've never had a pair.
You feel me? I'm just trying to ride the Jordan wave. Hey, I'm gonna ride it.
So my question was, what make you pick your different colorways? Is it, you know, the customers, fashion trends, or your personal choice?
Everything, honestly, like everything, my personal, it just comes to me. You know what I mean? A lot of times, yeah, it's my personal. And something even, like for example, this multicolored joint. Like this one of my best selling. That's like my staple item right there. And I be looking at that sometimes, be like, wow, you know what I mean? It's just amazing how I put them colors together. And sometimes it just comes to me. Yeah, it comes to me.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I like that. So we ain't gonna hold you no more, you know. But what we want to do is, before we leave, is for you to give all your information for how the people can find you, including your address, everything. So it's all yours.
All right, man. Like I tell everybody, man, I ain't hard to find, man. If you really want to find me, you can find me. You know what I mean? I'm all on the internet. You catch me Wednesday through Saturday right now, 215 West Saratoga Street, Baltimore, Maryland, downtown, the heart of Baltimore City. You know what I mean? Go on my website right now, www.coolgrainclothing.com. You know what I mean? Make your purchase, support. Yeah.
Any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Make sure y'all absorb all these nuggets that he dropped, because I don't think y'all realize, like, he dropped a lot of nuggets, especially when it came to what no one told you about business, and the fact that listening was part of it, because I've never been taught to really listen to my customer. I've been taught to make them comfortable, build a community, all those things. But to sit back and really listen, I had to sit back and be like, do I listen to our customers? I got to make sure I'm listening to our audience.
They'll tell you. Yeah, they'll tell you what they want. Just listen.
Yep. Anything else for you, boo?
I'll just give my final thoughts like I always say. Time is currency. How you spend your time, how you spend your money, how you spend your energy is a reflection of you. Like I said, this is so Baltimore. I love it. I love it. I love it. You already know home base. First episode, Cool Green, AC Cool Green. Please shop the merch. Like I said, I'm speechless at the moment. But this has been another episode of Blue Talk. I'm, of course, Cool Blue, and this is
Lady Blue.
Catch us the next go round. I'm about to say, like, we rolling them out. We rolling. So,
Love
always.
y'all.